a le plaisir cette année d'accueillir Javier Peres comme président d'honneur de Parcours des Mondes. Monsieur Peres exerce avec succès depuis de nombreuses années comme galeriste d'art contemporain, parcourant le monde à sa façon aussi dans tous les grands salons internationaux. Il a également une activité très trépidante de collectionneur de longue durée en art africain.
My interest in African art, because of a lot of different situations in my life, the interest has always been there, but my activity has changed from time to time. In fact, there's been 3 different points in my life where I've tried to stop. And each time that I even thought about doing it, my success rate was always very, very low. I failed each time, and each time my interest came back stronger. I would say, like, in the last 5 years, about 3 or 4 years ago, I met Bruno Claessens. Bruno, who used to work with Guy Van Rijn, who used to help me early on when I first started. So when I met Bruno, I kind of had the epiphany, as it were, that a certain aesthetics that I had previously been aware of, been interested in, but I had ignored as far as collecting, really came to the forefront. It stems from art from Eastern Nigeria, from the north of Nigeria, south of Nigeria, very expressionistic. It also happens, it coincided with the fact that by that point I'd been living in Berlin for a number of years. I've been living there now, again, intermittently, since like 2004 or 5. For me, experiencing African art is about really like connecting with that object, really like checking it out, looking at every aspect of the sculpture, the decisions that the artist made, why they were made, and then also, of course, seeing what happened to it, how it was used, and that whole history. I mean, I'm a history nerd, I love history, and just how the object was used and what happened to it, how it came to where it is now, all that stuff, it's there in the object, that's something that I find with like classic African art that's so special, that's not there in contemporary African art or any other contemporary art, is that history's not there. The history's being written. So that of course brings its own type of excitement. So I've done in my gallery now 2 exhibitions where I joined my collection, or parts of my collection, with contemporary art, both from my gallery and from other galleries. Nothing's for sale from my African collection, just to exhibit it, because I've long held this kind of idea, this view that there is this invisible line that connects artists, and there's certain artists have an affinity for it, In this particular case, for example, for this show, I chose 2 young female artists that I represent. Donna Wanka is a Bolivian artist, raised in the US, but always going back to Bolivia and being very much a part of, very, very impressed by a lot of traditional rituals and village festivals from the region of Bolivia where her dad is from. And then Malika Kara is a Kurdish German artist who her family comes from central Turkey. Most of the women in her family are very spiritually guided people. They're shamans, very connected to the spirit world. So I think there is like a connection. And I mean, I'm really glad that we're sitting here because we get to kind of like see it like this. And it's, for me, it's very much like how I have it in my house.